Yo, what is going on, guys? J.Yumeko here, and today we're back with some more Saint Maker. Last time we left off, we had just arrived in this church, I think it is, and we're here on some kind of camp rehabilitation for religion thing. So basically we are here for unknown reasons. We don't know exactly why we're here yet. I have some theories about why we may be here, but yeah. And we've also met another girl here who seems to be very rebellious, I suppose, as opposed to our character's kind of goody two-shoes nature, I suppose. But we're just gonna have to figure out all that out. Before we jump into it, I just wanted to let you guys know that I was planning on sometime in maybe the upcoming couple of weeks, potentially doing a 24-hour stream, or at least a somewhat long stream. So I was planning on maybe playing through all of the White Day endings and maybe do some other games. So if you guys do want to see a kind of endurance type stream like that, where I play, a game either being White Day or some other playable game like that, then please do let me know. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I have White Day 2. So we will be checking that out. Oh man, okay, that was a long intro. Sorry about that. Let's jump right on back into it. There it is, the first rays of morning light. Breathe deep, take it in. Another day, another brilliant gift from God. Another opportunity to serve. I'm quite pleased with it, though it still wouldn't be enough for her. Cracks still need to be filled. Blemishes need to be sanded. And of course, a new coat of paint. But for now, well, there are more important matters. I must not get distracted. Oh, dearest Heavenly Father, you visited me in your dreams last night. Don't worry, I remember. In my hands you put a chisel, in the other the Holy Bible. Their use, perfectly clear. Once again, we now host young and impressionable guests on these sacred grounds. It has been a while. I'm a bit nervous. I only ask that you give me the strength to be a worthy mentor in the coming days. Oh, this is her, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Okay, whatever. We're just going to read normally then. May your teachings guide my words that I may impart wisdom. And may your hands guide mine as I form these young girls to be the women you want them to be. So it is the lady. Amen. Let's get ready. We've got a full day ahead of us after all. I did not know that I was speaking as her. Liana. Huh? Who? Alright, now we're back as her. Got it. Okay, well that was pretty interesting that the old lady mentioned specifically it's not going to be enough for her. Huh. So there's clearly a bigger power at play here. Oh, sorry, it's nothing. We've got 30 minutes. Best get ready. Wouldn't want to be late now, would we? Yeah, sure. No white walls, no flower curtains, no mom, no Liana. You're not home. Get a grip, Holly. New place, new day, new you. You've got this. Remember, no distractions. Lovely morning, Sister Adira. Why, yes, a lovely morning indeed. If you were here just a bit earlier, you would have caught the sun shining right through that window. Amazing the little things you notice when you take the time to stop and listen. And that's why we're here, isn't it? Yep, sure is. 50 years ago, our founder, Saint Edilora, built this convent in order to train young girls such as yourself to become proper ladies worthy of becoming saints. During her time, the most beautiful flowers bloomed all over the convent. Oh, and the statues, with her skilled hands, in the right light they'd look so real. Then, of course, the girls, like sacred little lambs, they arrived, sick and broken. But Mother Idalora, oh, she healed them. She fixed them. They all emerged as lovely little angels. Lovely little angels. Mom would call us that all the time, in front of her friends. Ah. In the coming days, I'd like you to think of me as a mother. Whether it be concern or confession, you may come to me. Yeah, I'll consider it. Thank you, sister. That's a very kind gesture. Now, before we start, here's a quick schedule of the recollection. Uh-huh. It's all just her. Yes, any questions? None. This all looks really exciting. It is. Most of your time will consist of silent recollection and prayer sessions. But, as I've said before, aside from reflection, we shall also task you with action. What type of action are we talking about? Like a hammer to glass. Phew. Simple tasks, cooking, cleaning. This convent doesn't maintain itself, you know. And I expect you to attend to it with the utmost care. This is a holy place, after all. Newly inducted nuns have done similar things in the past. If any of you find yourself hearing the call, well, think of this as a great training opportunity. No promises. You could have just nodded your head. I expect none, but you may be surprised. The call finds us at the strangest of times in the strangest of places. Now, to start off, let's have a bit of an exercise now, shall we? I'd like to show you something. Lovely, isn't she? Wholesome, pure, chaste. The face of a saint if I ever saw one. There's no second guessing, no desperate search for her place in the world. She's content to know that she's exactly where God wants her to be. However, sadly, this is not always the case. The world is moving so fast these days, people coming up with all sorts of answers to their problems. So many opportunities are now open to bright young women as yourselves. You can be anything. Scientists, lawyers, businesswomen, physicians, even artists. And they're all wrapped up so nicely in narratives of fulfillment and prestige. And at times they can sound so appealing, but as women, we should not let ourselves get distracted from what really matters. God and family. Holly, please come over here. Yeah, sure. Now, I want you to write down all the things that might be stopping you from becoming a proper child of God. Well, this should be easy. Time to put all those Christian life education classes to good use. Okay, talk about original sin. She'd like that. Talk about the temptations of modern society. She'd love that. Let's do that. I feel like she'd really be into that. Well, the way I see it, with all the progress we've made as a society, we fail to take our faith into consideration. As such, we're surrounded by so many distractions that tempt us. Yes, it's quite clear that you've been paying attention, Miss Beltran. But we're here to talk about you. What are the things that hinder you from becoming a child of God? Me? There's nothing. I'm perfectly fine. All that stuff last year, I'm already over it. Well, what's the stuff that Mom always complains about? Maybe talk about those? Reproductive health, party culture, American celebrities. Okay, these are some very interesting options here. So we're saying, what are those things that Mom always complains about? So we have American celebrities, party culture, and reproductive health. I'm very curious about what each of these would lead to. Let me save here. Let's see what she responds to. Let's just go down this list here. Well, there's American celeb... Miss Bertrand, I recall confiscating a particular book from you the other day. Oh, okay, so does it not matter then? Let's do party culture. There's party... Oh, yes, okay, so it doesn't matter. Huh. Now, I am kind of curious, because I feel like this is kind of a pattern that I'm noticing here, where the options don't seem to actually lead to anything different. And I get that it's still very early in the game, so it's very possible that this is kind of just an introduction to the mechanic. But with this developer's other game, The Letter, you kind of get something completely different because your choices typically lead either to a direct outcome, or they have an effect on your relationship with somebody. So it's very possible that these early options could just be kind of to give you a feeling for what exactly, the mechanics of it are. And I'm hoping that's the case, because again, so far every option we've had has had no effect on anything really. Just something I noticed. Oh, that. Of course you'd bring that up. Well, that stuff, it isn't really a big deal or anything. I'm sure there are other things. Oftentimes I find it best that we start with the small things. But if you want, perhaps we can talk about other things. Your family life, perhaps? My family life. Maybe you should talk about it, or let's not. Again, I don't think that there's actually going to be an option here. I'll save it just in case, but I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, exactly. No, we don't talk about that. Okay. So, it doesn't, yeah, it's going to be the same thing either way. Is everything alright, Holly? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's stick to the small things. I'll definitely be keeping kind of track of that, because again, that kind of thing has happened before, where it's like, oh, I've wanted to see if we will open up, but we actually never do. So, Kylie Taylor. Good. I'd also urge you to examine any other pieces of literature that you might be reading. There is a special place in hell for people who lure children to sin, and all in the guise of fanciful tales and happy endings. Hell. It's always hell, isn't it? I just want to read my stories. Jeez, chill out, it's just a book. Just a book? So is the Bible, and yet such a book has built cathedrals, formed nations, saved souls. In the wrong hands, don't you think the opposite is also possible? Look, I really don't see the problem here. Kylie's a good witch, with kindness and friendship. Kylie's a good witch. Kindness and friendship are what end up saving the day. In the end, that's all that matters, right? Just what is she doing? This isn't an argument you're going to win. You're simplifying the matter, Gabriella. These things, these stories, I know it must seem harmless at first. It's all just make-believe, after all. Brightly coloured spells and magical creatures. They make it so easy to get caught up in the fantasy. But understand, these are all subtle seductions. They distract. And that at its core, these spells and rituals and familiars, it all leads back to the occult. We've all strayed so far. In the Old Testament, people like Kylie would have been stoned to death. Miss Rivera, why don't you give this activity a try? Can't think of anything. Is that so? Do you think your life is perfect, Miss Rivera? No, of course not. We're all far from perfect here. But my mind's just drawing blanks right now. Then perhaps I can be of help. More often than not, I find that the biggest obstacle young girls like you often face lies in the environment you place yourself in. I see. Let's reflect on your friends. Have they been a positive influence? Yeah, they have. Helped me through some pretty tough times. Your mother has told me a different story. Really now? Yes, sneaking out to these social gatherings, coming home late at night, surrounding yourself with the wrong sorts of people. The wrong sort?
please understand, it is not entirely your fault. I was young once, I know how it's like. You are at a very sensitive age, and it's at this time that the young girls are met with a whole new world of temptations.
Yeah, whatever. Look, just drop it.
It is easy to mistake desire for love, but true love can only occur between a chaste man and a chaste woman.
Alright, stop.
Gabriella, running away will only serve to worsen your struggle. If you would simply be honest.
Shut up! Oh, shit.
Only you can help yourself, Miss Rivera. I am merely a witness. The scars you have are far worse. You can't see them, but they dig deep, deep at your soul. Miss Beltran, I would like your opinion. Have I done something wrong? Do I upset you? Why me? Oh, great. I should just say something. Anything to just stop this.
Alright, calm down. There's nothing to be upset about. Well, Adira doesn't have to be so pushy. Alright. Okay, so I just want to make a comment real quick because I'm finding that this game and the way they're kind of presenting religion is very interesting. So clearly this institution and the beliefs that Adira is presenting are very extreme. They're very, very extreme. And again, as a Christian myself, I definitely think that forcing religion on people is wrong. I think that people have a right to believe what they want to believe. And yeah, I think that going about it in this way, kind of being very confrontational and almost judgmental, and she kind of words it in a very manipulative kind of way. And obviously this is probably going to take a turn down like she said, love can only occur between a chaste man and a chaste woman, which, you know, that's up to, you know, whoever the hell is wanting to believe either or, I suppose. But it is very interesting how they're presenting a very strong sense of religiousness, I suppose. And now, obviously, there's going to be something more at play here. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So I'll probably be stopping and just making little comments on it and kind of comparing it to my own experience with religion. Because I know that so far I'm not relating to any of this, which I'm very fucking glad about. So yeah. Okay, so we're kind of choosing between taking both sides and being a neutral party or directly taking Gabriella's side. Well, I'm not going to lie here. It's not going to make a difference. Literally watch this. So if I say, oh, Adira doesn't have to be so pushy. No, that's not going to work. Exactly. It just makes her mad. So there we go. More options that mean nothing, which is really getting on my nerves. So they just make her mad, raises voices shouting in a whole new set of rules to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yes. I just thought of another thing to write down. TV. It distracts me all the time. My grades aren't as high as they could be, but if I could just cut down on my TV time, I know I can focus. It takes real courage to improve yourself, and right now Miss Holly here is being very brave. And I know you can be brave as well, Gabriella.
Whatever. I'm done here.
Miss Beltran, I'd like you to open your prayer book. Page 32, Psalm 103:10. Please say a prayer for Miss Gabriella, that she will be allowed to be healed by God's loving grace. Afterwards, you may have a short break. We'll start again once I ring the bell. Yes, sister. Well, here we go again. Was a little bit of peace too much to ask for? I guess it was.
And so we do have some more puzzle pieces to try and fit together here. Because clearly, I think it's obviously pretty safe to say that Gabriella is kind of troubled. Same with us. But we specifically mentioned, maybe I should talk about the things that happened last year. So something happened last year that was big enough to cause us to either come here voluntarily or be forced to come here.
Oof, there she is. I guess I should go talk to her. I mean, what she said, defending the Kylie Taylor books, that was pretty cool. But still, does she seriously think she's gonna get a nun to see things her way? Things like that, it doesn't help. It never did. Just more fighting. Fighting and noise. That's all it ever leads to.
Okay, so clearly, yeah, that's something that we've had firsthand experience with, obviously.
You know what to do, Holly. Hey there, how you doing?
What do you think?
Right on cue. So we're doing this again, huh? Well, phew. What happened back there was pretty weird, wasn't it?
Weird?
Okay. Maybe not the best choice of words.
Nope.
Great. This is awkward. So, what are you up to?
What's it to you?
Nothing. I was just, wondering.
My mom never liked it when I got angry. Said it reminded her of my father. She'd always say, try channeling your anger into something more productive, Gabby. Pray, read the Bible. I tried, you know? It's a good book with a lot of good ideas. But for some reason, you people like dwelling on some things more than others. Throwing stones, for instance. So don't mind me, I'm just following her advice.
I see.
Helps if you can find big ones. Huh. It's not just throwing, though. It's the nice juicy crack you get when it hits something. Know what I mean?
I can't say that I do.
Figures.
Oh boy. I gotta find a way to get to her. If I don't, she's just gonna fight with Adira again. And I don't want to keep dealing with that.
She should just try ignoring Adira, volunteer to help clear up any misunderstandings. Alright. Here's another option. Now, we will see if we actually have a fucking choice to choose. She should try just ignoring or volunteer to help clear up any misunderstandings. Let's go through the first one.
Look, I know you're having trouble dealing with Adira. If it helps, whenever people say things that upset me, I try humming a nice little tune in my head. Sometimes I even think of it as a scene from my favorite story to match the song. Then afterwards, well, I can go about the rest of my day like nothing happened.
Huh. Sounds like a great way to let people walk all over you.
No. It's a way to keep things peaceful and happy for everybody. Why is she being so difficult?
Alright. That's pretty good. Let's go and choose the other one.
Hey, I was thinking, I might be able to help.
Really?
Yeah, I think I can get her to listen to me. I can tell her that you're sorry, and then maybe we can talk and clear up any misunderstandings.
Did that ever give me another lecture on how I'm a shitty person?
No, that's not... It won't have to come to that.
Really? With people like her? If you really think that, then maybe Adira isn't the only delusional one here.
Why is she being so
Okay. Okay, so there's that. Again, I don't think it actually made any difference. So then we say, okay, no, she's being difficult. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, if these options just keep leading to nothing, I'm really feeling like... I don't know. It's just, I might have to drop this game. And it sucks because I paid money for it. And right now, it's not delivering on the money that I paid. So I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit frustrated right now. We've had multiple choices. And it's disappointing because the letter was done so well, you know? I don't know. We'll keep going. And I guess I'll decide whether we're going to stick with this game later.
Look, we're both stuck here with her, and we're clearly not changing her mind. Fighting with her like this, it's just gonna make it hard for all of us. I just thought it might be better if we all got along. That's all. Please, just let me help you out. Help me out? Hear that a lot back home. I hear it so often it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Adira wants to help me. You want to help me. For some reason, everywhere I go, people seem so eager to help me, especially when it suits them. Well, how about this? I'll help myself. And you keep to yourself. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Oh, would you look at that? All out of stones. Anyway, don't let me spoil the mood. After all, you seem to be doing so fine here. Well, that went well. She was lying. Still plenty of stones here. Well, she wasn't lying about that, though. It does feel good. The crack once the stone hits. For the afternoon, we had a prayer session, topped off with a lecture on feminine etiquette and the dangers of dating.
Bruh.
All very insightful. All things I'm used to. Dinner was awkward. I led Grace and Gabriella. Well, she just kept quiet. It could have been worse. That's also something I'm used to.
So it seems like we're kind of traumatized, I guess. And we want to avoid confronting that trauma.
Already fast asleep. She makes it look so easy. Was Gabriella messing around with my table? But I would have seen her if she... Never mind. There, that's better. More praise for the future, huh? At the end of the first book, right after Kylie had hosted the seance with the spirits of Witchwood, they had this huge celebration. Kylie chased flare sprites through the lantern marsh, wind in her hair, flying in and out of the great canopy. After that, she spent the rest of the night watching the shape-shifting murals of the oaken hall, drinking amber nectar and honey globes, surrounded by all the friends that she made along the way. The night was peaceful and still. Dearest Heavenly Father, if I had to ask for something, anything, it would be something like that. What the hell, Holly? Seances and spells? Flying witchcraft? Don't get distracted. Dearest Heavenly Father, I want to change. I want to be a better person. I'm far from perfect, so I know I probably don't deserve a happy ending. But I'm trying. And at the end of it all, if I try hard enough, I'd like something like that. A peaceful night, a smile on my face and a spring in my step, walking through a forest, hand in hand with friends. Amen.
Damn.
And then what happens? You said it yourself. The Bright Queen's secrets died with the Archwitch Elaine, so that leaves us with the only option. Kylie felt all the eyes in the room turn to her. You can't mean... Perdita piped up, hands shaking in fear. Seance spells are forbidden. To a bunch of mischief makers like ourselves, nothing is forbidden. Grab your spell keys, friends. It's a long way to the rotting wood. Tonight, we'll be speaking with the dead. Ooh, damn. Language, Liana. Psh, shut up and read the next chapter. I've got to see what happens next. I'm getting sleepy. What? Seriously? Just one more chapter. Remember what happened this morning? If you keep sleeping in, she's gonna get suspicious. Look, come on. We can continue reading tomorrow. I don't want tomorrow to come. I hate mornings. Liana. When I wake up late, she calls me lazy. Then when I wake up too early, she says I need more sleep. And when I do wake up on time, she just finds something else to complain about. Look, just do as she says, okay? I can even help you out. I've got your back. She'll listen to me, don't worry. Hey, maybe we can... You say that. You always say that. But when it comes down to it, you just stand there with your mouth shut. You make it look so easy, you know. Mom's perfect little angel. Liana, look, I don't like it either. The rules, the lectures, especially when she gets mad at you. But if you just do as she says, things can go back to normal. Normal for you! I want to go out and meet with my friends. I want to watch movies. I want to have some fun for once. She lets us do those things. No, she doesn't. We watch her movies. We visit her friends. And if anything we want happens to be outside of what the stupid church thinks is good for us... Liana! What? It's true. Give me a haunted forest and a seance spell any day. I'll have better luck talking to ghosts. Alright. One more chapter. How's that? Chapter 19. The Wraith in the Walls. The forest loomed over them, dark and quiet. Kylie led the way, raising up a jar of flare flies. The purple leaves of the underbrush crunching against their feet. I'm getting a glass of water. Just make sure to be quiet. You don't want to wake... I can't speak! You don't want to wake them.
Alright. So interesting. I have something that I've just noticed, a little detail. We're not referring to who is supposedly our parents as mom or dad. We're referring to them as them, or with the mom, we're referring to her as she and her. So it's kind of interesting how there's this like very not like familial terminology that is going on between us and who is supposedly our mother. Kind of like they're a stranger. So that's kind of a little interesting detail. Oh shit.
Can't move. It's just like last night. Funny, the room seems so dark at first. Okay. Deep breaths, Holly. This is fine. This is normal. Calm down. Panicking never helps. The more you try, the worse it'll get. Just lie still. You'll fall back asleep soon.
Jesus.
But what was that?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Nothing can hurt you. What the fuck? Nothing can hurt you, I guess?
Yeah, that's right. Nothing can hurt me. It's fine. It's fine. This is all fine. Deep breaths.
Just relax, close your eyes, and get back to sleep. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I need to wake up. Move. Come on. If I can just move my hands, then the rest will follow. Please, get up. Move, fingers. Oh, no. It's all a dream. Just a dream. There's nothing there. I'm just imagining things. Please, just go away. I can't.
Hello? Yeah? I thought somebody was knocking on my door, but I think it was knocking in the game. That fucking scared the shit out of me.
Please, just go away. Liana, keep it down. Always so noisy. Hey, Dad, listen to this. Uh-huh? Oh, right. Ow, my neck. Must have slept wrong, like I always do. Looks like I'm up early. Well, no sense hanging around here. And there's no way I'm going back to sleep with that. Hello? I guess everyone's still asleep. This is kind of exciting, though. Oh, whoa, whoa. It's just like those stories. Heroes explore castles all the time. I wonder if it also has trapdoors to secret passages hidden in the walls. I think I read somewhere that nuns used them during the war to hide. Hey, maybe during my free time I could explore a bit. Maybe even forge a map. Once the week's over, I'd have mastered the castle. Holy Beltran, the Lord of Dark Passages. Holly Beltran, the Lord of Dark Passages, lone crowned queen of the castle. Sounds fun. Real fun. That nun was right. This place, there is a special air to it. Oh, it's another statue. There's just so many of them around here. Strange, I haven't noticed this one before. Do you like it? Oh, Sister Adira, I didn't see you there.
My dear, I've lived most of my life here. Once warmed to the cloth, moving around silently becomes quite the habit. Bit of a joke.
I'm sorry. I can be a bit slow sometimes.
It's fine, dear. You don't need to humour me. Unfortunately, comedy is the one thing the Bible doesn't cover too well.
You don't say.
But what I do know are the stories of our beloved saints. Saint Rose de Lima. Are you familiar?
Just a little bit.
Is that so?
Yes?
I've noticed you, Holly, walking around the convent, observing our statues. I have a hunch that there's more to you than meets the eye. Well now, don't be shy. Tell me what you hear. Tell me about her. I want to see what's inside that head of yours.
Well, patron saint of the Philippines, also of florists, gardeners, and family conflict. She was born in 1586, canonized in 1671, feast day August 30.
Impressive.
Well, back in school, each class was assigned a patron saint. I think it was in the 4th grade. We had a little painting of her at the back of our homeroom. Our Christian life teacher was super strict. Would call us up front if you got just one date wrong, then there'd be hell to pay. Well, let's just say I made sure to never forget.
A relatable experience. Ah, Mother Edilora was the same. I always had trouble with the years. Oh, those numbers, they'd always get jumbled in my head.
Wait, the Edilora? You knew her?
Knew her? She was my mentor, taught me everything I know. But so it seems I've given away my age, and here I hope to pass for a woman in her 40s.
Well, I didn't mean to...
I told you not to humour me, child.
Oh, okay.
But that's the thing now, isn't it? Whether it's for the saints or for ourselves, we're always so obsessed with dates, aren't we? Why is that?
Yeah. When she's not giving a lecture, she's not so bad. What should I say?
Oh, don't let your guard down. Try your best to impress her, or she seems to be loosening up. Joke around. Again. Let's see if these options actually fucking change anything. Let's see, don't let your guard down, try and impress her. She seems to be loosening up, joke around. Let's choose that one.
I know, right? When it came to schoolwork, I felt like a parrot memorizing and repeating things on cue.
That's right. I felt the exact same way, like squawking obedient to the birds. Though, to be fair, such things are a necessary part of our education. It helps keep the mind disciplined, lest our thoughts idle elsewhere. However, when it comes to saints, I always found their stories to be much more interesting than simple dates.
Though it's comforting to know that they're teaching you the right things over there. Others aren't as fortunate, and it shows. We each have our own little story to play out. Some are content to simply live out their lives. They fail to leave a mark on the world. But some, those who rise up through extraordinary acts, well, they become saints. Statues such as these ensure that they are always remembered, and when we remember them, we can strive to imitate them. So, what do you think of it? The statue? Oh, well, I should probably say...
It's quite the work of art, or it looks like it's seen better days. I don't know, actually. I don't know what we should say. I feel like saying it looks like it's seen... Because here's my thing. Adira has some kind of, like, special relationship with the maintenance of these statues. So I feel like if we're like, oh, it's seen better days, it's kind of low-key insulting her. So maybe we just say it's quite the work of art.
It's really well made. A real work of art. Indeed, it has been ever since. How many years would that make it? I do believe it's older than I am. Though the summer hasn't been kind to her. She's due for some maintenance. It's very odd. No matter how many times I try to paint her, it all just comes right off. Must be the humidity. And that's too bad. Though despite everything, still she stands. I can relate. See at the top of her head, it was meant to evoke the very special crown she wore. Small little spikes lined across the inside. Yeah, I remember that part. A crown of thorns. She really strived to be more like Christ. Yes, we all have our own ways of showing devotion. Though, the way I see it...
It sounds painful, or glad we don't do that anymore. It sounds painful? These are both kind of the same answer.
It sounds painful. Indeed it was, but that's how it is. After all, if the road to sainthood was easy, well, then I'd have a lot more statues to attend to. This sure brings back memories. Whenever I find myself overwhelmed with responsibilities, Mother Elora would remind me of the dear Rosa de Lima. We all have our own little crowns to wear. Wear yours with pride, Holly. Sure thing. Thank you. Glad we could talk. Oh, would you look at the time? Where is the other one? I'll meet you in the common hall in a few minutes. Last minute bathroom breaks and all that. Crowns, huh? Well, doesn't look like she's enjoying it. Not in the slightest.
I think we'll stop there. Yeah, I think we'll stop there. Alright, so I know that this episode is significantly shorter, which I promise you that I will be getting out more videos this week. I will hopefully get something out, let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll hopefully get something out tomorrow. I think I can confidently say I can do that. But yeah, I'm kind of iffy on the game. I'm not gonna lie. Majority of these options just don't seem like they're all that significant. Just in general, a good chunk of them did literally nothing to change the story. And while I will say that the story itself is interesting, and there are plenty of, I want to know the mystery behind it, I feel like maybe it would have been better if you just gave us the story, instead of what feels like trying to force these choices in here, which clearly don't fucking matter. Again, I don't know, maybe later on in the story, the choices will actually have a difference. But for right now, they really just don't seem to be adding anything to the game. So that is a little bit annoying. And again, the whole take on the religious stances that this game is presenting are definitely quite interesting. I have some theories in my own head about the backgrounds of each of these characters and kind of where the game will go, but we will just have to see if my predictions come to fruition. But that's gonna be it for this time. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next. Again, if you would like to see me play or do a endurance stream, then definitely let me know. But yeah, if you enjoyed this series or any other videos or series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when a new one of those videos comes out. Anyways, that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.